Welcome, and thank you for joining me for this all signs oracle card reading for the week. I will get back to doing the individual signs readings, I promise. They will come back this week. It's just, I've been recovering from a cold after recovering from coronavirus. Seems to be like I'm getting one sickness on top of another. So, with all of that, I apologize, and let's get into this reading. So for our medicine card this week, I pulled number 36, Lizard. 36 breaks down to 9, which is the number for completion. So there's an ending energy here. Something has come to a conclusion this week. And lizard medicine is dreaming. We all exist within what's called the dream weave in indigenous tradition. And so we dream into existence that which we experience. We put our intentions out into the ether and things actually happen as a result. And so when lizard comes up, there is the suggestion that we pay attention to what we're dreaming. Pay attention not just to the dreams that we're having at night, but the dreams that we have during the day, the dreams that of what our future should be. If we're dwelling in a negative place, we're going to create a negative reality. And so this is a great week for a frequency check. Now, I know I say this often. Almost every week is a great week for a frequency check. But basically, you just write stream of conscious writing what you are thinking. You read it an hour or two later, perhaps a day later. And if it's positive and what you want to attract in life, then go with it. If it's not, then it's time to switch gears by getting into a state of gratitude, which is the highest frequency that I know that's really easy to enter into. And all you have to do is write down what you're thankful for. So you read that as often as possible and refer to it as often as possible. Keep it under your pillow at night if need be. Wake up in the morning and read what you're grateful for. Go to bed thinking about what you're grateful for. And you will see a change in your environment. So lizard this week is basically telling us, pay attention to what you're dreaming into existence. Pay attention to what you're thinking. What are your dreams, wishes, and hopes for the future? How do you look to attain them? Are you in a positive mindset to where you can obtain them? Now, for our mineral companion, I pulled this beautiful Vatican stone. And that is a turritella fossil there in this stone. And turritella fossils are ancient organisms that lived millions of years ago. And so this is a stone that has million years of history behind it. And Vatican stone really brings up the ancestors of history. So pay attention to what your history has been. So not only are we looking to the future and the dreams that we have and the hopes for the future, but we're to look at the past. How have we self-sabotaged? How have we done things in our lives that have led us to the place where we are now? Are we in a place that we appreciate? Are we in a place that's positive? Or are we in a negative place? It is time to assess where you've been and where you are going. Now for our advice card, I pulled number 1, the Ancient Ones. 1 is an initiating number, so this is a new, fresh start. So we have an ending this week and a fresh start. They go hand in hand oftentimes. And the Ancient Ones is our ancestors. Our ancestors are calling to us. They're saying, step onto the path. Step onto the spiritual path. Look within. Go on this inner journey. This is a week to really reach out to the ancestors. One of my favorite ways to do that is to light a candle in the honor of the ancestors. Perhaps put it with a picture of grandparents that have passed away, loved ones who passed away. And when you blow out the candle after making this offering, pay attention to the direction that the smoke goes. If the smoke goes to the east, then the question that you are feeling lies within the realm of ideas. If the smoke goes to the south, then it's time to take action on your question. If the smoke goes to the west, then know that it's in the hands of spirit, that it's manifesting. And if this, pardon me, if the smoke goes to the north, you know that it's something that's already happened. So this is a week to work with the ancestors, to reach out to them, to ask for their help, to ask for advice, to reach out to our history and know that our ancestors are here for us. And they represent us in this world of spirit. And they are here to help us and aid us if we ask for their help. We just have to ask them. Now our clarifying card is number 61, Jihabya. 61 breaks down to 7, which is the number for spiritual illumination according to Carl Jung. And so here we have an epiphany or a paradigm shift this week. Pardon me for the coughing. It's part of being sick. Jihabya basically represents fears that have not come to fruition. And so we may be afraid that something's going to happen this week. We may be afraid that something is lurking around the corner, that something negative is going to happen. But this card says that's unlikely, that they're not really fears that are justified. And so what I see here is that we may be in a place of fear. We may be in a place of doubt in our lives. And this reading is calling on us to think about how those fears and doubts will create our future if we let them. And to switch our mindset into a place of gratitude as quickly as possible, so that gratitude creates our future instead of the fear and doubt that we've been feeling. Now, fear and doubt has a very valid place in our reality, and it is a very good exercise to write down all of your fears and doubts and analyze them. Oftentimes, when you actually name your fears and doubts, they are like papier-mâché tigers. You realize that they're not really justified, that they're not real. And so this is a great week to write those down, to work through those fears and doubts, and focus on our dreams, our hopes, our future, the world that we want to live in, not the world that we're afraid to live in. If we focus only on the world that we're afraid that we're living in, that is the world that we create. If we focus on the world that we want to live in, the world that we believe can exist, the world that is very possible, then we will bring that into our reality. So this is a beautiful reading. It is an interesting week. This is a very deep week. It's a week of going within, going to our ancestors and asking for their help, and really committing to a new perspective on life. One that is not filled with fear and doubt, but one that is filled with hope and compassion for others. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.